This is your regular DeFi deep dive into the underlying mechanics happening in the world of cryptocurrency right now. What is the latest updates in decentralized finance? We look at on-chain data, secret and hidden analytics, and give you the inside scoop so that you stay up to date and you can see what's really happening deep inside this industry of crypto. I am your host, Jordan. Nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so always do your own research and due diligence. So the market is still holding up around this level. Bitcoin is 88.5k around now. Ethereum is 3,000 and the fear and greed index is 32 right now. Altcoin season indicator is still only at 19. And jumping deep into DeFi Llama, we have seen the total value locked on DeFi in the whole of decentralized finance actually drop, guys, here by 2 billion. It was at $118 billion. Now it has dropped, guys, down to 116.9 here. Okay, so only 1.1 billion drop then. So that is, okay, pretty interesting because it did hold above $118 billion of total value locked, guys, for the last few weeks. And we can see the chart over here tracking that. So it had been holding steady around this area, as you can see, 119 billion, 122 billion, 118 billion. And now it dropped to 116 today. So this is the total summary of where it is, because we have 67 billion of that, which is basically nearly, what is that, half or just over half, right? So just over half of all that value is locked in Ethereum on the #1 blockchain in decentralized finance in terms of TVL. And then we have Solana, which holds $7.9 billion of that value, guys. Of course, Solana had a lot of FUD recently. Then we have Bitcoin itself holding $6.7 billion of total value locked in the DeFi, Bitcoin DeFi and Bitcoin native chains ecosystem. Also, we have the Binance Smart Chain with $6.6 billion of it still in its chain, up a bit today. We have Base with $4.5 billion locked, up again about 1% today. Tron is holding a lot of value, particularly in stablecoins, which is $4.41 billion of value held in Tron. And then we have some of the other chains like Plasma, Arbitrum, Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid, for example, is holding $1.46 billion of value. Let's see, Avalanche over here, 1.2, Polygon, 1.5. What about Sui? It's under 1 billion now, so $903 million only of value on Sui. That has dropped quite significantly, and as you can see, the value on Sui has continued to go down. There we go. If we go down to the protocols, then we can see that Aave is still leading. We've got Lido, EigenCloud, Ether.fi, Binance Stake ETH, Ethena, Sky, Morpho, Uniswap, and all of the top decentralized exchanges or DEXs and other DeFi protocols down there that you would expect to be at the top. Then, guys, over on Artemis, which is what shows you a lot of data that other people miss and cannot actually see. It is saying, okay, again, that Hyperliquid is leading in all of the blockchains, guys, in the last 24 hours by fees. So this is the total amount of fees generated in just 24 hours. So Hyperliquid has managed to, for example, create $1.9 million of fees. This is real revenue generated on their chain. So you could call this, another way for explaining this is like real yield. It is not, fake metrics generated by cryptocurrency, protocols. This is actually real revenue generated from the, the trading fees on the chain, which is all on Hyperliquid, permissionless and decentralized, separate to, centralized exchanges. This is much more decentralized. So yeah, you've got Hyperliquid generating so much real revenue on chain, possibly more than the real centralized exchanges. Then underneath that, we do have Tron, which is second, generating $1.2 million of revenue and value on the Tron blockchain. So good activity happening there. And then Solana is next with 620k. Then EdgeX with 500k. Ethereum at 363k in a day generated of real value and volume. And then the BNB chain and then Bitcoin. So the others come after. Also, the top bridge flows are going into Ethereum and out of Arbitrum, as we normally and usually see. Then the top stablecoins are out. This explains some of it, guys, is that Tron has been very active in terms of stablecoins, inflows and transfers. So this is the top stablecoin inflow changes, and this coming into Tron here. As you can see, a lot of stablecoins are leaving Aptos and exiting Solana as well, the Solana ecosystem. So there you go. That explains also why Solana's value is going down a lot, including the DeFi metrics and TVL. So it really helps give you some deep dives and insights into the crypto market, guys, when you dive into all of the DeFi data like this. And we're going to do more soon, so stick around and tune in for that. So there we go. Thank you guys so much for joining us and for the amazing support. As always, we come at you every single day with the latest updates and analytics, news, and everything you need to know, including opportunities and altcoin deep dives in the whole crypto industry right here on this channel every single day, guys. We will see you soon in the next videos.